Hey folks, it's another beautiful day and I'm out here at my favorite picture and video spot, and I want to review my 9 essential upgrade video for my 2019 Dodge Ram Bighorn Classic. So here we go. We're going on a year, actually about a year and a half now with all of these upgrades. So I've had a chance to, have them on the truck and really kind of see how everything is performing. So this is a real review. So the first one is the 2-inch leveling kit on the front, and I love it. I still love the stance on this truck, and the 2-inch leveling kit on the front just took away some of that rake that it had on the front, and I think it puts the stance really nice, and no complaints other than the initial installation was a little bit of a pain, along with having to pay for an alignment. So that's the leveling kit. The second one is the window tint, and that is a must-have for me, especially living out here in the high desert. The sun is just pretty intense, and then it also helps me at night cut down the glare. The tint isn't that dramatic. It's not a limousine tint. It's just matching what's already on the rear windows. So think it evens out the look of the truck. It's actually, I don't like it when you've got light colored windows in the front and then dark in the back. I just think it gives it a really cool look having them all the same tint. The next one is the AVS window shades, and I do still like these. It allows me to open the windows when it's raining out and not get water inside. The only downside on these is they do go up into the window channel, and it is a little tight for that window to get up in there, in between the shade and and the channel. And it seems on the driver's side it does stick a little bit when you initially put the window down. So that's something that you'll have to consider. Hopefully over time that'll go away, but probably not. It's been a year and a half already, so it is what it is. And then I do have those on the front and the rear. The next item is the bug shield on the hood, and I do like this. Again, I am trying to save my paint on the hood. I think it looks kind of cool. I mean, it's contoured with the lines of the truck, and it's going to save some rock chips, although there's plenty of rock chips down on the bumper cover up on top. So at some point I may have to get that redone. I am thinking about possibly doing like a bed liner type coating on there, but we'll see. It does have to be redone because the paint finish on there is just chipping off, and there's rock chips and stuff like that. Next thing going down the list here is the Lomax trifold tonneau cover, and this thing has actually been pretty good. It's pretty easy to use, and I'll get you a better shot here, but I just folded it up with one hand there, and you can pretty much do that on all three. You can fold it back one more time, and then it's got some hooks on it here that you put into these little gaps, and that you know, that holds it up. Or you can completely remove this thing, and it's not too hard with one person, but you know, it is a lot easier if you had another person to help you. You know, you can just fold the thing up, remove it, and throw it in the back of the truck or the back seat, whatever works. But I do like having the tonneau cover on there, you know, just for security, you know, like if I was going to store something or keep something in there. And also, you know, probably aerodynamics a little bit is a factor. The thing I do not like about it is it's black and it attracts heat. In the summer here in the high desert, this thing gets blazing hot. So I don't even like parking the truck outside to begin with, because it is a dark, it's like a black crystal or whatever the color is. But I'll just call it black, and the tonneau cover is black. So it does get very, very hot. The next thing is the MBRP exhaust. Okay, I'm trying to get a little bit of a sound clip, and really the only thing that's kind of bugging me about this thing a little bit is when the truck gets in between gears. And this thing is an 8-speed, so you know, it's always kind of hunting for a gear, but it just seems like it lugs a bit, you know, in between the gears. And I'm sure you probably won't even be able to hear this on the video, but I'm going to open up the rear window, and I'm going to give it a little gas here. So it's got a pretty nice exhaust note, but again, it's just, you know, a little luggy in between the gears. So I'll give you another sound clip. There you go. Hope you can hear that. Okay, here we go. MBRP exhaust. The next thing is the side steps, and you can see they are getting a little bit weathered here. And I just had the truck at the car wash. I didn't really do a great job on washing these off. They're still kind of nasty, but these things have pretty much held their own here. I don't really have any complaints about the side steps. I do stand on them when I get up and down out of the truck. So for the price, not bad. Okay, next thing is the WeatherTech floor liners. And again, you know, I'm kind of out in the dirt here, and they are pretty nasty. I'm going to go back to the house and vacuum these, but you know, they do a great job of picking up the stones and the dirt and the water from any snow or rain or anything. But they look kind of nasty, you know, to be honest with you. And that's really what they're for. You know, I mean, they pick up the dirt and they keep your carpet intact. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, I'm going to pop the hood here. Okay. Pop the hood here. And yeah, it's a little dirty. We just had some nasty rains and all kinds of stuff going on here. But this S&B cold air intake, so far really no complaints on this thing. You know, I was looking for it to give me some performance gains and maybe some better fuel economy. You know, I don't know that it has done any of that, other than, yeah, you know, it's kind of a cool thing to have on the truck. Maybe picked up a little performance, maybe a little bit of fuel economy, but to me, this one, I don't know if it was worth the money. You know, I mean, I don't think the gains from this were significant enough to, you know, kind of take away from the cost. And forget what this thing even cost me. I think it was probably a couple, $200-300 or something like that. But yeah, anyway, that's the S&B. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we could just take a look here real quick at the actual fuel economy that I'm getting. Okay, and the average, as you can see, is 18.6, and that's actually not too bad for a truck like this. It is pretty much all highway miles for me. So I don't know how much of that is attribute to that S&B intake and the MBRP exhaust, but it's possible that a portion of it is. Okay, there you go, folks. That is the review of my 9 essential upgrades.